What's up, Notification Squad? It's Friday, the week is over, the weekend's here, and it's time, as always, for YouTuber news. Although this week, we're going to do things completely differently. What's that? Oh, no, sorry. This week, we're going to do things exactly the same as always. Cue the globe. Markiplier has raised tons of money for charity with some tasteful nudes. The internet thinks this criminal e-fit looks just like Alfie Days. James Charles has labelled Ariana Grande the rudest celebrity he's ever met. And of course, it's the return of Dan Howatch. All this, plus there'll be a cliffhanger. Or will there? On this week's edition of YouTuber News. The video news service from WeTheUnicorns.com, the website that swings it, shakes it, moves it, makes it, and asks, who do you think you are? Our first story, nudes. Now that I've got your attention, let's talk about nudes. Yes, hugely popular YouTuber Markiplier released a tasteful nudes calendar to celebrate hitting 20 million subscribers, with the money from the calendar being donated to the Cancer Research Institute. Who would be interested in purchasing such a calendar, you ask? Well, everyone. It seems everyone in the entire world, because these calendars sold out like that, and the sales of the calendars meant that Markiplier raised, wait for it, $380,000 for the Cancer Research Institute. That is crazy. This tasteful nudes calendar, in a matter of days, raised nearly $500,000. The only downside is if you want to get your hands on your very own copy, you can't, because they sold out immediately and there just don't seem to be any more. Whether or not Mark will print more is up in the air at the moment, but if you want to get your hands on those tasteful nudes, you're either going to have to go back in time or try and pry it off someone who already owns it. Tasteful, by the way, of course, coming from the Latin word tastatos, which means no wang. It's just another case of Mark and his fans doing something really awesome and fun to raise money for charity. And hey, next time you get a text saying send nudes, don't roll your eyes, because apparently nudes can save lives. Hashtag nudes save lives. Our second story, Warwickshire Police released a criminal e-fit, which the internet thinks looks a little bit like a famous YouTuber. Warwickshire Police, or as an American would pronounce it, Warwickshire Police, released an e-fit, which is a sort of digital sketch, of a criminal suspect they're trying to hunt down. This is what it looks like. I think maybe try and get a refund on that software, lads. Now, on account of the stubble and the broad smile, a couple of people on Twitter took a look at this and went, is that Alfie Days? Now, I know this might not be the kindest comparison, but it is one of those once you see it, you can't unsee it things, because there's a little bit of an Alfie in there. Does this mean that Alfie Days is secretly a criminal? Yes. Yes, it does. Oh. Sorry, I've just been informed by our lawyers that no, it doesn't. Good luck to Warwickshire Police on their quest to find this suspected burglar, and if you'd like any tip-offs about where you might find him, maybe look into Ella's house. Our third story, James Charles has labelled Ariana Grande the rudest celebrity he's ever met. James was making a video with Shane and Ryland where they were making each other over and asking each other questions. He got asked by them, who is the rudest celebrity you've ever met? And he said, Ariana Grande. Now, what exactly did Ariana do to incur James's wrath? Well, there's a bit of a story, so buckle in. It all begins at a time before the dinosaurs. No, it begins at a time when James went to an Ariana concert and he DM'd her on Instagram or something, who cares, and said, hey, that was a great show. And she was like, oh yeah, that was really good, and followed him back on Instagram, and they were all friends and following each other, and it was all nice. So far, so good. But things took a turn for the worse when James got caught up in a little itty-bitty racism scandal when he made a joke about going to Africa and how he was scared he was gonna catch Ebola there. Ha 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 ha, great joke. James then found out that Ariana had unfollowed him, and he couldn't figure out why. Really? Popular mainstream star Ariana Grande doesn't want to be associated with African Ebola joke? Not gonna piece that together, James? Okay. Ariana sent him a message saying, hey babe, I just saw a lot of angry tweets from fans. I would never want to disappoint them, so I unfollowed. Kinda makes sense. James then replied, you have 100 million fans. It's really disappointing that you'd stoop to the level of listening to people bullying me just to appease them, but okay. Now it's interesting that he frames this as him being bullied as opposed to him making a bad offensive joke that people were correct to be angry about, but hey, that's a whole different conversation. And for all that, James labelled Ariana the rudest celebrity he's ever met. Now, it doesn't really seem like in that story that they actually met, so I don't know if that counts, but maybe he's met her on a different occasion. Who knows? Doesn't really seem fair that Ariana would be given this label, but hey, I'd like to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with James? Do you agree with Ariana? Do you just not care? Let me know in the comments down below, and that will be that. You know, probably the rudest celebrity I've ever met is Niall Horan from One Direction. Just such a rude dude. He followed me on Snapchat. And we were like chatting, getting along, like really being good pals. And then I killed his dog. No, on purpose. On purpose. And then he got all mad at me and unfollowed me. And I was like, what are you doing, bro? And then he wouldn't follow me back. It's just so... These celebs, they think they're all that. They think they're better than the little people. Well, joke's on him, because I'm not little people. I am medium people. Low to medium people. All right? I have a show on YouTube, this show, that is literally watched by tens of people every single year. And he thinks he's better than me? Nah, forget him. But Niall, if you're watching, please follow me back. Well, those are our 3 stories, and you know what that means. It's time for Dan How Watch. Welcome to Dan How Watch. I'm Ariana Grande. What's Dan been up to this week? Well, he was sent on a quest by the British League of Explorers to find the sacred cup of Homentetu in a country that no longer exists. Well, Dan set off with his trusty crew of exploring buddies, and he made his way into the tomb, which is of course buried under a desert. He solved a riddle to find it. It's a whole thing. They got inside, he jumped around, dodged some spikes, a boulder nearly hit him, he did a little quip, it was all fine. But then, as he was approaching the final room, nearly going to get there, and he could see the cup of Homentetu on a pedestal, and he was about to reach out and get it, and then he realized, wait a minute, the real cup is the friendship we made along the way. It was all a test. There is no cup, it's the friendship we made along the way. So we went back all the way to England, to the British League of Explorers, and he told them, guys, I figured it out, the real cup is the friendship we made along the way. And they were like, you idiot, what are you talking about? It's a real cup! You stupid YouTuber! You were what? You were right there. Why didn't you get the cup? And he was like, "Oh, I thought it was like a. I thought it was deeper." No, it's just a cup. We wanted it for the museum. And Dan was like, "Am I still getting paid?" They were like, "Well, I guess we'll pay you, but come on." It's not the best week for Dan. This has been Dan How Watch. Great episode, loved it. Well, the sound of Markiplier's calendars flying off the shelves reminds me that it's time for the question of the week. Every week I ask you a question of the week, and I did it last week, didn't I? But only one person got the correct answer, and that was someone by the name of Helen DeCool, who said the correct answer is doggo, which is the correct answer. Very well done, Helen. You obviously had to carry the one, a little bit of calculus involved, a little bit of translation from Persian into Greek, but the correct answer was indeed doggo. So well done to you. You win last week's prize, which was a deep sense of pride. And a big old thumbs up from me, Benedict Townsend. This is as high as my thumb goes. Now it's time for this week's question, which is as follows. Markiplier released a tasteful nudes calendar. So what other YouTuber would you like to go skiing with? Who would you like to hit the slopes with? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know why. And the explanation for why must be at least, let's say 500 words, but no more than 1,000 words. And I will be grading you on grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Can't wait to read them. Hello, United Nations. It's me again. I want 50 copies of the Markiplier calendar, or I will trigger the device. You have 24 hours. Goodbye. I'm Benedict Townsend. This has been YouTuber News, which airs every Friday on the With Unicorns YouTube channel, Facebook page, Twitter page, all the pages. Don't forget, the best way to get YouTuber News is to hit subscribe, and you get brand new episodes delivered to you the second they come out. And also the other videos we make on this channel. We've got some interviews with Dodie that we did this week that will be up on the channel this coming weekend. If you want to be the first to see those videos, make sure you hit subscribe. We asked Dodie what her least favourite Dodie song was, and she actually answered, and her answer, genuinely not clickbaiting, her answer will surprise you because it's probably one of the most popular Dodie songs. So if you want to see that first, hit subscribe, and you'll get that video delivered straight to you. And if you could do me a small favour, if you've enjoyed today's video, or if you just enjoyed this series in general, please could you hit like? It does help us out with the old algorithms behind the scenes with YouTube. You know what YouTube's like. Not great. So if you could hit like, that does help us out. Thanks. I'll see you next week, guys. I'm going to be spending the weekend working on my very own tasteful nudes calendar. Hey, whoa. Okay, fine, I won't. Jeez. Even if I give the money to charity? Okay, fine. Wow. My self-esteem did not need that. I'll see you next week, guys.